Hey, what's up? This is Lucas. I don't know why I say it like that. It's so weird. It's like, this is Lucas. I don't know who I am. Do you know who you are? Anyways, gonna be doing an interview Sunday with my friend Mike. We're both musicians. He's a bass player, and of course I play drums. I'm gonna go to his band rehearsal on Sunday. Ramidus is the band, one of the bands he plays in out in Salt Lake. He invited me to rehearsal, and we're gonna do an interview, kind of showcasing music, why we play, what it does for our energy, what it does for our mindset, balance. So we're gonna do an interview about that, specifically upon that, what music does for us and what playing instruments does for us on a spiritual level. And I'm excited for that. He kind of reached out to me and said, hey, let's do a little interview. So pretty stoked about that. I want to get more people on to interview as time goes by, and those people, I kind of like to hit upon the people I know in my life that have been through the depths of their so-called hell, and I've been able to move out of that and into something better and new and progressive versus where they used to be at in their life, and how they've done that, the things they do to get there and stay somewhat balanced. It's a tricky situation. We all know that, how to stay within balance of our just where we need to be at, as far as where we want to be at as humans on an energetic level versus where we are at. So I'm pretty stoked. Got the weekend coming up. Not sure what I'm going to be doing. I have so many options and choices today. I like it to a certain degree. Too many choices can cause a lot of confusion, and because we are complex people and we like to overthink and we love to cause distractions. So I'm contemplating focusing on the now, of course, because I got work, but also contemplating on fun activities to do this weekend. Tons of choices, like I said, and play by ear, go with intuition usually. Sometimes go with logic, but mainly intuition. Because intuitively I know what my spirit wants. Logically, I think I already know what I'm capable of receiving or achieving or giving out. I got a lot of boundaries on what I do today, and it's solely the purpose of protecting my existence here on the 3D living spot that we're on. And so I got to make wise choices today, because even though it doesn't look like I have much, I got a car I live in, got a job. My life's pretty simple, really. I work to pay off, my debt to society and or to whoever it is that's maneuvering and manipulating my money to whatever degree. But that's where I'm at. It's really funny. I got pulled over last night leaving a friend's house, and I'm like, oh great, not again, type deal. but they were actually looking for somebody, and they thought they just wanted to look in my trunk, see if I had anybody in the trunk, which is super weird. Then the other cop came up and he flashed it was dark, so he flashed his flashlight in my eyes and noticed that my pupils were not responding to it, so he asked me directly, when's the last time you used meth or fentanyl? And I'm actually coming up on 22 years in August, meth free, and fentanyl I've never touched as far as I know, unless somebody roofied me with it and I didn't know. But he acted solely convinced that I was on. When he goes, well, you're on something. I think I took a hit off my vape pen 2 hours prior, so that had already, there was no, nothing to that. I was within my limit. And then the other cop came up because they knew I was on probation, and he's like, so if I give you a breathalyzer, you're gonna blow any alcohol? And I was like, nope, no drinking, just got out of a barbecue, going home. But the other cop was so persistent that I was on something. It was so crazy. But they never once asked me to get out of the car. They only searched my back seat to see if somebody was hiding under the blankets that I used to sleep in at night, and looked in the trunk. And after that, they were like, okay, well, get out of here. And it was so weird. I'm just like, what is with the, I don't know what it is. It's so strange. And, for once, I wasn't doing anything wrong. So, yeah, it was a good feeling, but it was still weird. I was just like, really, guys, can you just leave me alone? Like, I'm doing things a lot different than what I was a month or two ago, or 3 months ago. God, time is flying by so quick. I can't even keep it all together. But so yeah, and I sat down and figured out all my fines and fees in a productive way and quick way to get these fines paid up, hopefully by November. And that way, when it's time for my 1-year review in December, everything will be clean slate, paid off as far as the money, because that's all it's boiled down to, is money. Everything should be paid up and done with. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm not gonna, only thing I can do is look at what I'm doing today and face the challenges of the day, and not try to get too far ahead of myself, because when I do that, then I kind of miss out on the day. Kind of closes me off to receiving things throughout the now. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. As long as work keeps going like it has been since I've been here, almost a year at Redbone, everything should work out just fine, and I'll be off the leash and won't be supervised by anybody. And by that time, I should have put in at least a game plan for me as far as how I want my life to change. It's very hard for me right now to go and move in with anybody, or it's very hard because I'm solely also relying on those people, whoever I choose to live with, to be in the realms of what I need to be in a sense, with as far as no alcohol and guns and stuff like that. So it's kind of been trying, and it's been easier for me just to accept that I'm probably not going to have a place, and I'll probably stay in my car the rest of the year until all this is taken care of. That way I'm not having to burden other people with my problems. And that's the biggest thing, because I got a couple people that have offered me places to stay, but again, the money isn't where it needs to be as far as being able to hold my own, as far as not living with somebody for free. and free is what I need as far as living expenses go at this time, since I'm concentrating solely on paying off my fines, but also having a good time too. Do stuff that's recreational and to balance out my life, so it doesn't just seem like I'm working all the time just to pay for my indiscrepancies based upon Utah's laws. So yeah, moving forward, looking forward to, hopefully putting a band together very soon, and do something different as far as the music goes. Go back to more of a freestyle-ish type of band. Yeah, so choices are good. I have choices. Life is good. I can't really complain too much. Once again, saw the full moon last night. It was bright and beautiful, and the energy that came off it was just extraordinary. And I really do appreciate the fact we do have these elements that we are made from, and that we can still use to help us get through the mental stress that we go through as humans, with all the made up dialect and situations that really don't exist, but are but a simulation to helping us use the tools we need, find the tools we need to get through this monopolized life that we live in. And yeah, so here we are. It's a Thursday, getting close to the weekend. I got a few things lined up this weekend. With me, I'm kind of fly by night, whatever presents itself within reason. Then I usually go and partake and try to have a good time, and try to just live a life that has a little bit more balance, some fun, grow, and still be able to grow and not make bad decisions that are just going to put me in a spot where I'm too distracted to pay attention to what I'm doing and how I'm treating others, because that's a big thing with me. I got friends going through some things right now, and I do all I can to send good energy towards them, hold space for them. Even people that don't like me, I still hold space for them, because I know it's not me that's really being targeted as far as not being liked or loved or reciprocating back the love that I put out. I've grown a huge acceptance to the fact that everything's temporary, so why put so much energy into negativity in situations that don't seem to make sense to oneself, because everybody's different. Everybody has their own views. Everybody has their opinions about what is success, what is happiness, and so forth. So I've been very acceptant upon that lately, and it's given me a lot of freedom mentally and spiritually, not to get not to personalize everything that goes on in other people's lives, and the attitudes and stuff linked to that, the emotions. I do have boundaries where I just, if it's not for me, it's not for me, and I'm gonna walk away, and I'm gonna put up that wall until people can come to me with sincerity and honesty and respect. I know a lot of people say respect needs to be gained, but if you are showing respect, I think that's a fair way of gaining respect. So yeah, still got the boundaries, still have, my issues and the dark shadow work that I still continuously work through on a daily in order to be in the right alignment I need to be in order to receive the things that are going to either be roadblocks or access gates to move forward. And then, of course, with the roadblocks, being open to working through those. My mantra lately has just been move forward no matter what, because that's what my intuition tells me, and it's never led me astray. So enough of my ramble. Like I said, Sunday, not sure what time I'll post it up, send it out. We're gonna have a good interview with Mike, and we'll talk about some music and what it does for our frequencies and what it actually does for the body. So it'll be a good one. More shall be revealed. Namaste to you, because the weirdness in me honors and uplifts the weirdness in you. Have a great day.